Hi, Lyte.
Good morning.
How are you?
I do good.
What's going on?
What is GND?
Guns and daisies.
Daisies.
Yeah, guns and daisies.
Okay.
My boy's clothing line.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sweet.
How are you doing?
I am well, man. You know, God is good.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Yes, it is. First studio album in how many years?
They keep saying 11, but it feels like yesterday.
You really?
Yeah.
Why so?
Well, because I put out free music all the time. It's never compiled into a full body of work that I can call an album.
Mm-hmm.
But I give away stuff on the internet. I have an app, MC Lyte.
Right.
That's free on Androids and iPhones, and I'll toss out songs all the time.
Yeah, and I'm on your email list, so I get music from you all the time. Yeah,
okay.
I always get music from you, and I'm always in the loop of what you're doing,
okay,
where you are, and where you're appearing, and what shows you're doing, and all that other stuff. But why now sit down and collectively do an entire
You know
album?
what? We had I've built out a company, so to speak. Russell Simmons gave me Lynn Richardson. You know, he told me that this is the woman that could help me take this to the next level. And so we sat down in one of our corporate meetings with our staff, and everybody said, you need to do an album. And I was like, really? You know, I had finally like settled in with, oh, I don't have to do music. Like, I had built everything on doing music. And I think I was in the Bahamas one time doing MJ's Invitational, and somebody stopped me and said, when do you have new music coming out? And I just looked and said, I don't. It was such a relief. It was like, you know, trying to keep up. When's the new music? And, you know, you're trying to keep chasing that thing. So finally, I just was like, how about no? I'm going to do it when I feel like it, and I don't feel pressed or pressured to say that I am in the middle of working on music.
Right, right. So that's where your mindset was.
Yeah, I just
so
took a
after
break.
everybody jumped on top of you and was like, you need to do an album, what made you decide to finally go ahead and do it?
Having something to say that was different from what I was hearing, and then these cats in Burbank, California. They come from everywhere, but that's where they are. And they're a group called Loudbox, and it's about 9 of them. They all sort of spawn from the church. They all play instruments, but they know hip hop. And it just was refreshing to be amongst the younger cats that also had respect for me,
right,
and also had respect for what I've done in the game and what I continue to do regardless of music.
Right.
And so it just was a good feeling with them.
So y'all connected, and you said, you know what, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do a Lyte album. What's the name of this album?
Wanted.
Okay.
But actually, this the gentleman that took me over there, Michael Bearden, was Michael Jackson's MD.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, he was set to go on tour with him, you know, prior to us losing him. However, he took me over there, and while we were sitting there, they all just got on an instrument, and you know, they just started playing. It wasn't like one of those producers, here's your beat, put something on there, see you later.
Right.
It was like, let's really work on this as a song, like just as Quincy Jones does when he walks into a studio and he says, I need George Benson to do the,
right,
you know, the...
Give me Jerry Hay to arrange my horns.
There you go.
Right. Give me George Benson to play guitar on this. I can hear George on this.
Right.
I can hear, give me some strings, and I know what strings, what people I want. Give me the Brothers Johnson on bass.
Bring Herbie Hancock.
Yeah, bring in Herbie Hancock.
You know.
Right.
So it turned out to be one of those. It was approached in a totally different way from how I'm accustomed to approaching a hip-hop record.
Every time I talk about you, I always say that you are in my top 5 female MCs of all time.
Well,
top 5.
That's good.
I don't know which one of y'all, 1 or 2, or y'all can interchange you and Lauryn Hill. But y'all my the top dogs on top of everything. And I always did like to tell people that when you first came out, we didn't know you were a girl.
Yeah, I know. I know.
You put up, you took, it was
Chuck
a lot.
Chill Out said he thought I was a little boy.
You had a lot of that.
Yeah.
Because we didn't know. We just thought you were dope. We didn't know you were a boy or a girl.
Right.
We didn't. We were just like, whoever this Lyte person is just so fucking dope. Like you got here MC Lyte. You got here MC Lyte. You got here MC Lyte. And then I think when we heard Cram to Understand You, then we kind of figured it out.
Okay.
Because Cram, Sam was a boy. But what happened? What happened to you in your life that you said, I'm gonna be an MC?
Salt and Pepper. Salt and
Pepper was before you?
What? Yes.
I always thought you influenced Salt and Pepper. I didn't think it was the other way around.
No. Showstoppers came in '82.
Okay.
And I didn't come till '87.
Really?
Yeah. I was listening to Hot, Cool, and Vicious before I had an album out.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, damn, I got my dates mixed up.
I take your man whenever I feel
Well,
like
is that not the most disrespectful hip-hop record between two females you've ever heard?
Can I tell you? They meant it.
Yeah.
I feel like
it's not a better, it's a damn promise.
Ain't a threat or a, what is it?
A threat or a bet.
It's a damn promise from me to you. Your sex life's through.
And if you get another lover, I'll take him too. I was like, every time I hear that song, I was like, that is so disrespectful. Right?
Yeah.
Oh my God. So Salt and Pepper were a heavy influence on you.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I had heard, Shy Rock from the Funky 4 Plus One More. Mm-hmm. And then I just was enveloped in the message, just that story.
Right.
And I think that's what kind of catapulted me to want to tell stories in rhymes.
Right.
And then once I heard Salt and Pepper, I was like, okay, I got to get ready. And then, Full Force's dad, George Lucian, would come over to my house every Saturday and practice with me and, get my voice strong. And so by the time I got to First Priority Music, it was like, damn, she's ready.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. So Full Force, wow, what a reach Full Force has, huh? So then Dad would come and practice with you?
Yeah.
Was there anybody around you that was doing it? Did you go around the guys and was like, listen, I got rhymes?
Well,
were you in school banging on the table and rhyming?
Absolutely. In junior high school, PS 219, I was banging on desk at lunchtime with a guy named Eric, who happened to be one of the rappers in the group Alliance.
Okay.
And they were already signed to First Party Music, so he called me and said, hey, you want to come down, it's Staten Island, we need to go. They looking for a female MC. And so we went in the dead of the winter. Oh my God, it was so cold. But we got on the ferry, and then on the other side, Milk was sitting there in a busted up Monte Carlo. We got in and went to the house, and they had the studio set up in the basement with all 4 tracks.
Wow.
To that Tascam, and I had my book of rhymes, and so I just started, saying stuff, and then he started making beats, and literally, I think I Crammed to Understand You was made the first night I met them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And they put it out.
Yeah.
You didn't care about signing bonus. Don't give me just put a record out.
No. We went through the paperwork. We did go through the paperwork, but at the time I was working in co-op. I was going to school one week, work one week, and I was actually working at the World Trade Center at Bear Stearns.
Okay.
And so at Bear Stearns, there were a lot of, intelligent older folks. So I asked one of them to look at the contract. And because I didn't have money for an attorney, so he looked at the contract and he took a while with it, and he got back to me. He said, well, they're just going to own 50% of your publishing.
Right.
And I was like, well, is that good or bad? He said, well, do you have anything else? And I was like, no. So, it just so happens that's what everybody looks for in the beginning. You got to pay your dues.
Right.
Until you can say no, you don't get shit now. I mean, excuse me, you don't get nothing.
No, this is uncensored radio. You can say what you want to say.